Hello, everyone. A very good evening, afternoon, and morning to all of you who have joined us today. It's a Saturday workshop, and I'm very excited to be hosting this with you guys today. I'm Rashika, one of the co founders at ProApp, and the topic for today's workshop is around gamification and design. And the intent for that is to create that wow experience, and if not a wow experience, or just maybe nudging them to complete a task. And the speaker for today, since we've already talked about, is Divesh. Divesh is with us to help you learn more about it. He's a senior UX designer at Publicis Sapient with 8+ years of experience in the design industry. I think it's almost a decade, Divesh, now. He creates unusual and meaningful interactions up a notch that bolsters the project. His expertise in UX has accelerated products to give exceptional customer experience, which provided value and scaled businesses effectively. So, welcome, Devesh. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, hello everyone. Hello. So let me share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. So
Awesome.
hello everyone. My name is Divesh. So today I'm going to present you this wonderful topic, which is gamification and UX design. I'm very much fortunate. Firstly, thankful to ProApp Design and the team who had helped me to give this platform and interact with you all over the globe. So very a warm welcome to you guys. So yeah, as I said, I'm Divesh Borse, an experienced product designer and design mentor with 8+ years of design industry experience. I'm currently working with Publicis Sapient. It's a Bangalore-based company, and I'm currently staying in Pune, in Maharashtra. Besides these, I'm also mentoring designers all over the world. I'm actually working to excel their design careers in on the ADP list. So if you want to get a mentorship, if you want to jump into design or want to know anything regarding design, just reach out to me on ADP list. I would be definitely going to help you out. Companies I have worked with. So currently I'm working with Publicis Sapient, and like daytime I work with UMO design and ADP list, helping around newbies. And previously I worked with companies like Whirlpool, Procter, and I have really did a very amazing job there, and successfully launched and shipped their products to next level. I have mentored so many of the wonderful design and curious learners out there, more than hundreds of students and design professionals, to reach their design. They wanted to make themselves as a designers in their industry. So I helped them, and some of these companies, they got their dream jobs. So yeah, today we will cover up this few pointers, few summaries, which we are going to discuss amongst ourselves. So introduction to gamification, like what is exactly is gamification, what is the definition of even the gamification is, and how it is being used in design industry. What are the core game elements in design? How these design elements are being used as a framework. So there is a framework which is being used in a UX design process, and it is being used through the gamification. So that is how we are going to learn and know more about frameworks in gamification. Now, this gamification is being used like globally. There are so many brands, Google, Facebook, lots of companies are using this gamification process. So how this gamification process is being used by this famous applications or famous organization that we are also going to discuss around. So So what is gamification? So guys, I just wanted to ask you this: what is gamification? If someone knows, just put anything you know about gamification in the chat process. Anyone?
Yeah, I think it's there by Jericho says that turning almost anything into a game
Feels,
especially
especially
when
when completing a task.
right.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, it's the process of incorporating game elements. Okay, nice. So gamification derives from the word called games. And from childhood, we used to play games, right? So this is the same thing we are looking forward for, which is called as gamification. So gamification is the craft of deriving all the fun and engaging elements found in games and applying it to real world or productive activities. So basically, there are few game elements or engaging elements in gamification, which is actually found in gamification games while playing. So let's say, for example, you used to play video games in your childhood. There were some engaging elements in this video games, which with whom you are attracted or curious or engaged while playing all these activities. So the same concept is being used in gamification process in UX design, but these are not actual the same elements which are being used in video games. So these are some non gamified sorry, these are some engaging elements which are being used in your gamification process. So what is gamification in UX? We heard like what is gamification, but what exactly is gamification in UX? So we all know what is user experience, right? We are being much more familiar with digital products nowadays. So how we encounter this gamification in this user experience? So gamification actually allows users to get engaged in the overall experience of a system, and because of this, businesses are being successfully let down, and they are being used to incentivize all their monetization towards their business successes. So basically, this gamification is used to engage users in appropriate manner, so that all the experience should not be boring. It should be fun, and all of them should love to go ahead with. So that is what gamification is using. Gamification is being used by so many other companies, and in this all over experiences, there are some triggers which are being used. So let's say, for example, if you are using a mobile application, right? So while using a mobile application, what actually triggers you to use it? So basically, maybe on e-commerce application, you generally go and buy a product, buy a shopping, something like you want to buy a t-shirt. So there is this emotional trigger called as buy. So it actually triggers you to make all this overall process towards from adding to cart and selecting the price and the tags and all those things. So maybe when you are playing a video game, so play is the button or play is the affordance which actually triggers your mindset. So this all triggers are emotionally um, uh, uh, designed in such a way that all the experiences are gamified, and hence the overall process is not boring for users. That is what gamification is doing overall in the UX. One of the best example or one of the best experience you would see or you have been experienced daily is social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. These are all the hardcore sources of gamification. Start from your morning till your sleep, you are being played with gamification in your overall day. So basically, if you start your day, the goal is to uh, see what exactly your overall day is going to be. So there are some few game elements involved in this overall process, and user is interacting with this game elements unknowingly, and overall experience is being enjoyed through the user. So that is what it is, leveraging users to use more and more about such platforms or such applications. But see, so when we are saying what is gamification, right? So but then what are these game elements? Does anyone know about what is the game element? Is there anything which is being used in this process? Does anyone know anything about it? Not necessarily mean you should know everything, but yes, any kind of experience you had in your maybe today or maybe earlier in your past experiences.
Point scoring or competition is one of the response. Food
Scoring on,
Panda incentives
yeah, please go ahead.
like rewards, levels,
Mhm.
leadership boards.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. So basically, there are few drivers which actually play the role of gamification in your UX design or in your applications or any kind of playful activity. So what are those game elements? So there are game elements which is called as user engagement, rewards, achievements, badges, trophies, maybe point systems or pointers, or maybe some kind of motivation or recognition, maybe something learning which you get from a particular task you will do or you will complete. Maybe there might be a challenges. So these kind of game elements actually motivate your desires, and you go with the motivational behavior towards completing those tasks or completing those activity. So gamification is allowing users to engage in the overall experience, which is crucial for the business. That is what we have discussed, right? But these are the types of game mechanics which is usually used in digital products. So basically, why this is used in this product? Is there any reason? Yes, definitely there is a reason. When you do anything, there should be a push. There should be always something. You should be fun loving, or you should do fun loving, or you should always a task should be associated with some kind of goal. And if it is not being into a fun activity or into a progressive way, users gets disengaged from your products or from your particular activity. So it is being used to incentivize users or to achieve goals and overcome negative association they might have in their past experiences regarding your products. That is what they have built. So to reduce it or to leave those all behind, we just have to incorporate few modules or few small tasks which users will enjoy to do this activity. So basically, if you see this image, this is a example of profile completion for a working professional. So so maybe this user is completing his profile by adding his um, details of education and picture and so on. But assume that if I reduce this, if I remove this progress bar or percentage of completeness, how this scenario would look like. So the scenario is completely not appropriate. I'm not at all finding the right way to go ahead with this completion of this profile, because there is no engagement. So to engage users, we have to incentivize users to a particular direction, and we have to show them how much they have stood and how much they have completed their desired goals. So that is what gamification plays a role in this manner. There are few frameworks. There is a framework in gamification. Gamification is not just like you have to put something and everything will play around. No, there is a behavioral science behind it, and we have to use it in a particular direction with a particular type of platform and domain. So in that way, we can go ahead with. So we will go about exploring this framework. Does anyone know about Octalysis framework? Is there anyone here who knows anything about Octalysis framework? Are you guys even enjoying this session or not?
Yeah, I think it's is there a way you can see the chat?
Sorry.
Is there a way if you can see the chat? People are they're saying yes, it's very informative.
Okay.
Yes,
It's
we're
very
enjoying.
Okay. Thanks, Abdullahi. Thanks everyone to at least responding me. And so, anyone here who knows anything about Octalysis framework?
There is a response.
Okay.
From Maxim.
Okay. Good. So basically, there is a particular there is this one scientist called as Yukai Cho. Who has invented this Octalysis framework. What exactly is an Octalysis framework? You can see this diagram. This is like octagon. So that's why the name says it is Octalysis framework. And this is a human-focused gamification design process, which is being actually used by everyone, by every organization. Not very completely, but yeah, these are some of the 8 core drives which are being used with so many famous companies like Google and Facebook and so many other companies which are using these type of gamification design framework. So these are 8 in total. There are so many, like there are beyond 8. There are so many of them, but these are somewhat 8 of them which are being selected by this famous scientist called as Yukai Cho, who says that these are the 8 drives which are used in UX design by so many in so many ways. So that is what he wanted to say us. So let's discuss this. What is this Octalysis framework? So let's first discuss about this first core drive, which is epic meaning and calling. This epic meaning and calling is the core drive where someone or user believes that he is the one who is being chosen to complete this task, or who is responsible for a team, or who is responsible to create something. All the responsibilities has been handed over to this guy. This is what epic meaning or a calling core drive suggests us. So there are so many examples in our day-to-day life. One of the very best example is Duolingo app. Have you anyone heard about Duolingo app? Is there anyone who has used Duolingo app? Yes. So Duolingo app is a learning platform, and this platform actually gives user that you are being chosen to do a particular thing, so that it innately feels a user to do those things or complete those tasks to learn more further. And it actually notifies in a very good manner that you are just 50% away from leveling up from basic level. So this is how the UX writing is also leveraging a user to learn more about what this Duolingo platform is giving to the users. Other examples you can also see, like communities build on Wikipedia and how they are sharing their knowledge and how they are allowing people to contribute something big. Also, you might have observed firms often define mission and vision. Maybe stakeholders define their mission and vision about a project towards their employees. And why they do it? Because to inspire them to know what is the direction of the particular project. So this is what epic meaning or calling core drive is being used in this digital products. The second one is development and accomplishment. I hope everyone uses LinkedIn. Is there anyone who is not using LinkedIn or not been familiar with LinkedIn? Okay, I think there are so many of them who are using LinkedIn. So basically, LinkedIn is a very famous and professional platform for students, professionals, and organizational level. So basically, what this second core drive explains us is development and accomplishment. It is a drive where someone or user makes a progress or develop their skills, and eventually they overcome their challenges. If I say you can't do anything, it actually means I wanted to say that you can do so many things, and you feel that okay, I have to do those things because I want to prove something in front of others. So to do that, to prove that, you actually take that challenge, and that is what this drive actually explains. So this is being used by LinkedIn progress bar. We when you set up a new profile, it actually gives you the progress about your profile completion. So that is how you, with a badge of star, and once you complete your profile, you will feel relaxed, you will feel motivated that you have completed something on LinkedIn. And that is what LinkedIn is doing with a very wonderful job with students and newbies. The third core drive is empowerment and creativity and feedback. So I hope everyone or someone here is one on the other is an artist or maybe a painter, or maybe had played Lego in their childhood. So when you played, what was the feeling? What was the feeling when you were creating this this playful job of constructing this Lego? Yes, freedom. Yes, that is very nice. What else? Achievement, fun, satisfaction. Wow. Okay. So basically, whatever you do, wherever you go, with whomsoever you work, the process should be enjoying. The process should be creative. If you do it in a very simple way, it will get bored. So basically, this Lego house, or maybe drawing a painting or sketching out something, or do it, or maybe doing your daily chores in a very different way, is nothing but to achieve a creative process, to follow a creative process to achieve something in feedback. And that is what this core drive explains. So this is the best example that Legos is a very successful product company which has been successfully delivering Legos like toys all over the globe. There is this fourth drive, which is ownership and possession. Does anyone here in this session had ordered something from IKEA? The very best example here is IKEA. Has anyone ordered anything? Okay, okay. There are so many of them who had not purchased or anything. They have been from this IKEA. So let me tell you, when you buy something online on IKEA, they actually don't deliver you. Let's say, for example, you want to buy this tool, okay, and you want to buy this furniture, but IKEA is not going to send you this furniture like this in a package. They will send you in disassembled way, so that it will be delivered fast, and there won't be much cost of uh, delivery charges, and there will be easy to handle. So when this is being received by user actually assemble themselves. This is called as IKEA effect, and this IKEA effect is a phenomena which explains the same drive of self-creation, modification, and personalization. When something is being given to you and have been given the ownership that you do whatever you wanted to do, you feel motivated. That is what this desire, this particular drive is explaining us here. So when you create this whole product, when you assemble all these IKEA products at your home, you feel that you don't require anyone to assemble or disassemble. You are the ownership. So you are the owner of this particular product. That is what this ownership drive has been derived on this IKEA, and it has been played a very huge role throughout this industry. Another one is Apple Memojis. I hope everyone has been used, or maybe have seen this type of memojis, uh, and uh, Apple might have given Apple might have gave us that ready memoji to us, but they didn't go with this way. They created a such platform or such user experience that you are the owner. You only decide what you really wanted to go with. That is what the ownership they have given, and that is pretty much working well with everyone, because everyone has been enjoying this different types of props and different types of facial hairs and so many other things. So I think this ownership and position is being used thoroughly in such type of products. There is this fifth one, which is called as social influence. Is there anyone who gets jealous on Instagram watching my friend has joined somewhere, or maybe my friend has purchased this Gucci wala bag? Is there someone who is wanted to do or following something, or get influenced by something? I think everyone is here is everyone here is someone who has done this, but not knowingly. It happens unknowingly. That is what the social influence is. Social influence drive is the drive that actually drives people, which includes mentorship, acceptance, social responses, companionship, and competition. So we do this on the basis of social activity. Whatever we see, whatever we pursue, it is totally based on what actually other people are doing, and this total this all things are happen mostly on social platforms, because we all are spending so much time of social platform. That is what my lookout is toward this. But yeah, when we say social influence, it comprises with social people, or people who are incorporated in those platforms. And this has been happening with so many else, like when you see a friend that is who is amazing in something, you also try to figure yourself that, okay, I want to also do something like him or like her, to reach that type of level. This is a very good and genuine fact that all people are being inspired with, and that is what the social influence play role. So basically, what are the examples, like how are the examples being used by digital products throughout their industry? So a very famous game, War of Warcraft, something like this game is the game involves this particular drive, including like collaboration of so many players, like maybe 30 or 40 players, and they are given this task, and they have been look out with everyone, like who is doing what, and because of this, they innately want someone that I should also reach out to that particular level. This is also used in so many games, and it is also being used on Instagram as well. But the main reason behind this is we actually don't see this through our user experience, because we follow so many things, and this has been derived from gamification process. That is what we are doing. There is also this mentor in organization. You follow someone. There should be a guide. There should be someone who is a companion to you, right? So this is one amazing thing which you follow from a mentor, but ultimately someone guides you is the best way you will feel to go ahead with. So that is what also includes in this particular social influence drive. One more thing is about when in childhood, if there is something, if there is a one small product which you used to play with, if that reminds you of your childhood, then there is a higher chance that you will buy this product, because you have this point of familiarity. So this familiarity plays a very huge role in social influence. There is the sixth drive, which is scarcity and impatience. Scarcity and impatience is the drive that of wanting something. You want something, but you have to wait for it. So let's say, for example, in childhood, my mom used to say, "Beta, you just crack this exam, or you just get past this exam. I will give you toffees." So that is the way this drive is being derived, like scarcity. If you want to do something, you have to wait for it, and this impatience nature actually makes the curiosity towards user to play all this fun activity. A very good example is being used by Facebook. Very initially, like when they had started this Facebook, they had tried with some of the users, and they have not used with everyone. They have used with very similar, very simple, very small amount of people, and gradually they started doing that. And ultimately, everyone, when they finally turned out to this application, everyone wanted to join because it was not given access to everyone. If you ask me, there is another example, which is this one. Podcast. I mean, this one, the very famous application went viral in past few years, like couple of years. So I don't remember the name, but yeah, that is also one good example where people used to connect, but everyone used to get connect. But only the reason is very few people were getting this invite access, and not everyone. And because of this, everyone was curious that what is there in this application. So that is what the scarcity and impatience drive, which is explaining here. Another example is Duolingo's application, which is using in this features. There are two things, like exclusive club Duolingo is using, and then second is XP RAM. If you want to get this type of bonus, come after this 21 hours. So this is an up challenge you have to do. In this process, you just not only win this bonus, but you also learn so many things. Seventh drive is unpredictability and curiosity. So as I said, curiosity is a very important drive, wanting to find out something, what is happening next, what is going to happen next. That is what this curiosity is going to derive you from what is going to happen in your next process. And there is this last drive, which is as loss and avoidance, which is also called as FOMO, which is fear of missing out. If there is something in your daily routine, someone pokes you out, okay, you have to do this, and because of a regular task you do, you fear of missing out. And this drive is actually based upon avoidance of something negative will happen. If you don't do this, negative will things happen to you. So to avoid those negativity, or this avoid this losing of um, things you have done overall from past 1 day, 1 week, or maybe a year, it will get lost in a quickly in seconds. So to avoid that, this loss of avoidance drive is being used by so many applications. A very good example again is Duolingo product, which is using streak feature. In this streak feature, you are being worked with so many things, but ultimately, if you not join this, or if you not continue, everything will be lost. Yes, similar to Snapchat streaks. Yes, exactly. So that is what this rewarding or this losing of structure makes user to stick around with this particular engagement. So if you see, all these A drives are explaining us something. This is nothing but engagement. And when we say engagement, engagement leads to a positive impact or positive behavioral change in humans. That is what this gamification is being used by so many of them, and we should use towards our goal. So we saw that, like, what is gamification and what are the frameworks, but how these companies use this gamification in their digital products. Is there anyone who doesn't who is not at all interested to go ahead with? Just tell me, like, no one is actually speaking. Okay, streak also can be frustrating when user fail to keep streak and never come back for a long time. Yes, if it happens, the reason is you are not being you are being disengaged by something, and it is not a very good user experience if the user doesn't come back. So that is what gamification plays role into this. So how companies use gamification in their digital products? So anyone here who is using Google Pay or have been into this lately in 2019 or 20, I don't remember, but in this 2019 or 20, Google Pay had introduced one feature or service called as Google Pay stamps. Is there anyone who has used these stamps? Yes, I received INR 3 cashbacks. Oh, wow. Okay. No. There are so many yes and plenty of no's. Okay. That's fine. So basically, this this went viral, and this Google Pay stamps was a service introduced by Google company for this application Google Pay, and this was introduced during Diwali. You can see this visuals. There were 5 stamps, and these 5 stamps were being introduced by them only for a particular duration of time. So let's say there are like Jhumka, flower, diya, lantern, and rangoli. And when this happened, there were so many of them who actually got crazy for this playful activity. So these are some of the game mechanics which actually Google Pay used. Let's deep dive into this, like what they have used. So there was this screen which everyone had, everyone got this one lantern. It was very basic. It was very like, this was the first stamp which although so many of them got. So congrats, you have collected a Diwali stamp. Keep playing a complete your set. And users were very crazy about this particular lantern, and they actually continued with all other 4s as well. So this drive was used into this, like epic meaning and calling, that you are chosen to complete this cycle or complete this activity. That is what this drive has been used in this this lantern or this particular stamp. Then ultimately, when it is being acquired or it is being received by user, there were another there was another notification that it was saying that you have another 4 stamps remaining, where you have to complete that to get a gift, or to get, or also you can request this, because if you have another one lantern which is of no use, so you can also request this, or you can send this to your friends. So basically, what Google Pay did is I don't know, very large bunch of the stamps. These are being sent to so many users with respect to the number of Google Pay payments has been done, and this has been circulated so many times, the same type of stamps, so that people will definitely send out to their friends, and it will create a social influence. And that this is what the second drive also inclines towards it, that it suggests that it is a development and it is showing the progress, it is showing the accomplishment, that I have received this one lantern, now another 4 I have to search for it or go for it. That is what this second drive has been used at that time. There is another, this one, social influence, which is being used when you get this one stamp. There has been one thing which is like, get one surprise stamp per friend, you will be gifted. I mean, this is what they used to give the notification. It means that you only are not receiving, you have to also give to your friends, and you can exchange that as well. So that type of user experience were given to the users, and ultimately a social buzz has been created at that time. And also you can see these content writing, which was very amazing, like collect all 5 different stamps by this particular day. This is also lack of avoidance, or this one scarcity, that impatience of impatient drive which is being used, like this is the time, if you are not going to do, it will get vanished. So that is also being used here. So all these 8 elements are being used somewhere or the other, in some or the other different way. That is what these gamification principles are being used in this uh, big companies or giant companies. So how actually it impacted? You can see there are so many buzz created with so many people were, like, trolling about, maybe getting a fun engagement about uh, uh, they received the task, or they received these stamps. So how they were like doing or sharing their feelings about their fun, and the only reason at the end what user got or what user felt is just the fun and the engagement. A lot of users didn't get the required amount, but yes, the main the important aspect, the main important role or a strategy to use this Google Pay stamps was to create buzz and to increase the acquisition or customer satisfaction towards their product. So Google Pay actually changed the behavior of people to try out their new features and services. They didn't actually gamify experiences. They actually changed their behavior and changed their look towards their products, trying out or incorporating such type of gamified experiences. That is what they have done. This was one very strategic move from Google Pay, which happened through so many ways. Like word of mouth is a very strong, one of the very strong thing which actually happens when there is a buzz. So word of mouth, the huge influence in the drive social influence to acquire new customers and show them the ease with which they can operate their bank accounts. So basically, they also had given the learnability factor, how the banks can be operated through this particular service. That is how the gamified experiences was given to the users. That is how it actually cultivated their minds. And lastly, what I would suggest is, like, there are so many useful ways. If you want to incorporate, or if you want to build a very good experience, or build a powerful experience, or you want to incorporate this gamified experience, you have to use some techniques to enhance this experience by using some of the engaging element. If you ask me, like, how to enhance the mobile application through gamification experience, maybe you can actually add flows, or maybe create such type of flows that user would get engaged, or user would get curious. Maybe you can also set challenges. Maybe challenging someone or challenging in your team can actually increase the productivity of a particular employee as well, in the different manner. Allow users to customize things, like how we seen in this IKEA effect. We have given this customization or personalization things to user, so that they will be in charge of their own things. Keeping competitions, or maybe letting users complete their tasks also makes user satisfied and engaging in their process. Maybe unlocking or exploring the activities they had in their overall experiences, or maybe an application wherein you are just showing few screens, and then if you want to unlock, you have to do a particular activity to unlock that. So maybe you can also give that type of learnability or exploration factor, wherein the ultimate aim should be only engaging of users. The context should be always a positive behavioral change towards your user. That is what gamification is being used for. And maybe you can also give collaboration, keep a collaboration. Maybe also you can give a recognition. So when I say recognition, a lot of people here are working in organization. If someone, or if your managers recognizes you, what happens? Just tell me. You can just put your comments on chats. What happens when someone recognizes you? Or what I will say, if someone appreciates you in early morning, that your smile is very, or maybe something with a good appreciation, what happens? Right. We feel good. We feel motivated, right? This is what we actually get in recognition. So same feeling, same type of concept is being used in gamification. Whenever you want to build a product, you should recognize your users so that your user won't leave your product. Maybe you can give surprises, maybe not surprises which are spending you on monies. Maybe you can give surprises like which can't be incentivized, but yes, definitely it can motivate users and it can increase your user engagement. So yes, like a user retention. Yes, definitely user retention. So that is what how your products evolve. And gamification is not a very successful solution. It is an enhancing solution. So if you want to use gamification, you have to think as a enhancing experiences, not as a source of problems or source of solution. So I think that is what I have been working on. And yes, thank you. I mean, I have completed my this one. Is there anyone here who wants to know, or who wants to ask questions? Anyone here? I think someone is there. What is difference between game design and gamification? Okay. So in these two things, there is one important one particular thing which is playing role, which is context. So game design, the game design context is all about fun. and entertainment. And if consider about gamification is already context about giving the good user experience, or there is a context that you have to satisfy user in some or the other manner. That is what the difference is. Game design doesn't have the type of particular goals, but yes, definitely gamification does have a context. That is what it makes a difference between both of them.
When not to use gamification in design?
I mean, if your end users are already being satisfied, if end users are already being happy, if your end users are already motivated, if all of them are not having any problem, then I think definitely there is no use of gamification. As I said, gamification is an enhancing experience, not a source of solution.
So can gamification be also used, as can also be called as a part of marketing strategy?
Yes. So basically, gamification is being used in different domains, like marketing, maybe a sales, or maybe in e-commerce platform as well. So as I showed in my presentation, that Duolingo is a platform which is from EdTech platform. What actually this platform is doing? This platform is leveraging users or students to stick around with that application, but not forcefully.
Right.
With some part, they are using a module and in a very fun and engaging way, and that is being making an impact in users' life. So basically, in a very layman language, the difference between game design and gamification is game is just a fun activity, but gamification is adding a value, including fun and activity, which game doesn't do. Okay, so that is what the difference is.
There's one question in the chat section. It's a case scenario. A bank partners up with a food delivery app. When your card is being used, you get 20% cash back. Is this also considered as gamification?
Depends. It might be a marketing side as well. There are so many scenarios where the module is used for a particular type of users to get a user retention. So in that case scenario, you might be bluffed or you might be gamified.
Right.
But the ultimate aim of gamification is how your user is being gamified or get engaged with your product.
How can I get great UX achievement?
Great UX achievement. Is this a question? Okay. I think there are so many platforms out there. I mean, if you want to become a great UX, you want a great UX achievement, I think Don Norman has already introduced this website of Interaction Design Foundation. You will be easily achieved as a great UXer. So very nice question, but yeah.
Okay, how to get started with gamification is fun.
Yes, so if you want to start, you have to first look for where you want to use. Firstly, the question should be where, in which platform you want to use. Is it an application? There might be different gamification. If you want to use in a tangible product, there might be a different gamification process. So according to that, you have to find out. And also, if there is a need, then only this gamification also works. So if you see that Google Pay, there are so many rewards cards nowadays they are giving, and I'm not at all interested, because at the end, like if I scratch 50 cards, only 1 or 2 of them will give you cashback of 2 to 3 rupees. I think which is not adding value in my life. I mean, 2 to 3 rupees is not valuable for me, and you are spending so much time like scratching, but in this process, in this overall process, they are actually monetizing their platform with other merchants or other stores. So yes, if you want to know,
them.
Yeah, exactly. How to get started with gamification? Oh, sorry. What problem does gamification solve? Gamification solves, like, if you are an owner of a company and there
Stickiness.
are and then there are 10 employees. Okay. If this 10 if you want to, this 10 employees to stay in your company, use gamification. Basically, this is what, user retention, customer satisfaction, all this comes under gamification. And if you are using, it means you are solving a problem.
I think this was one of the first question we had, that how can we use gamification to increase productivity in an organization? So I think that's what you answered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. A lot of organization do the same thing. A lot after a while, or after so much time, every employee gets bored. Every employee gets stuck somewhere. So to leverage, or to motivate them, what things we should, as a manager, should do necessary to do those things with him. So there comes a thing called gamification. Maybe you give something, maybe you give recognition, maybe you give a reward, maybe you give a Diwali bonus, maybe there are so many things of you to look at this particular scenario. And this all comes under this terminology called gamification. How can we get into gaming company as a UX designer? Okay, you have to think like a gamer, firstly, and you should carry a portfolio for games. That is the first criteria. Okay, and game mechanics for game industry is different. Keep that in mind. Games mechanics, what game frameworks is, those are little different from gamification, because whatever we do for gamification in UX design or product design for digital products are somewhat not similar to video games, or maybe games, or fun activity games. So you have to first know those things, what gaming industry actually follows those principles. So I think that would be beneficial. Can gamification also be a reason for more bounce rate from e-commerce website? How to find how much gamification is enough? Gamification also be a reason for more bounce rate from my e-commerce website.
Increased bounce rate in an e-com website, and how do you identify that how much gamification is enough?
I think this is not the user to decide how much gamification they require. But yes, there are so many scenarios, like why are you disengaged? Is a price that is been hampering you, or is it a variety of choices which is hampering you? Or maybe the experience of a website is not overall good, or maybe something else. What is the exact scenario? If that scenario has been identified, I think gamification is not just a whole whole platform. Gamification is just a small problem solution, maybe like a products module, like something like that. And you should use it very precisely. So as I explained, there are 8 drives. There is no necessary that you should always use those 8 drives. There are only 1 or 2, or maybe there might be 5. It doesn't necessarily means, right? You should go with that. Can example, fitness challenge given by Zerodha's CEO to his employees. Yes, exactly. Very good example, that so many of Zerodha's employees were retained, or maybe they were they didn't left their company because a reward structure has been made. A type of structure has been made, and because of that, overall employees were engaged in this process of what the CEO was giving to their employees. So that is what gamification is, just a name, but there is a huge to look over it. So when it comes to game portfolio, what do the hiring managers see? Do they see research methods or your design process? Okay, this is apart from gamification, but yes, I will definitely answer you. They will look out for a design approach. They won't see research methods a lot. They won't see your design process a lot. But first thing which will strike them is what type of approach you have used or what type of problems you have picked. Is it template based? You will be rejected. If you have used your own process, there makes a sense. That is what your portfolio should speak yourself about. And what portfolio topic on games should be made. This doesn't necessarily means you should put a game. Game is a concept. You can use your concept anywhere. Like LinkedIn is not a game platform, but still it is using the game experience, right? It is just the motive should be very clear. Your motive should be positive towards your user, and it should your user should get engaged with your product, and that is what the goal should be.
So, like adding up to like Poonam had a question earlier around her e-com website. So, if gamification is hampering the user in achieving their goals,
yes,
as in it's slowing down, or maybe that can be the reason of increase in bounce rate.
Yes,
if
that
it's
is
not
also true.
adding value, if it's not adding value to the entire experience.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as I earlier said that even if I'm getting a reward like 2 to 3 or 5 rupees, okay, from Google Pay, but it is not adding a value, right? Because it doesn't make sense. Like you scratch 50-70 cards and you will get 2 to 3 rupees. That is not making sense, right? So that is the same thing which is being taking in this e-commerce website. There might be so many reasons, but yeah, this is the type of gamification. In a negative way, it can also make negative impact on users. So let's say, for example, there is a competition going on in 10 people, 10 users. In those 10 users, there are 2 of them who are actually very introverts, and maybe they are not very much familiar to accept their mistakes, right? And if you use this gamification process with them, and if you give that type of reward structure, there might be chances that these 2 guys won't get that type of positive impact which you wanted to give to all 10. So this is also one major thing in gamification. You have to also inculcate that type of process which can carry everyone's in their process. So that is also very important. Hey everyone, you can even reach out to Divesh. Okay, thank you.
And also, Jerry, we have a small course on game design and ProApp. I think you should give it a try and let me know if you can improve it further.
Sure. Yes, definitely. I'm always ready to help out people, give my information to everyone, and it will be very good for us. So you, me, and everyone can join and have a fun gamified experience again. So
okay. So there's one question in the chat, I think, from Jericho. Facebook year 2009 introduced a lot of games like Farmville, Restaurant City, Ninja Saga, Dragon City, and so on. Is putting games literally in the platform a part of gamification?
Okay, so games like Farmville, Restaurant City, Ninja, okay, and so on is putting games literally in the platform. No. See, video games is a separate entity, and gamification is a concept. Okay, gamification is concept, and gamification you can add anywhere. Even gamification can be added in games. Video games can't be added to this digital products or maybe these type of platform. It is a part of gamification which will leverage or enhance your experience either in positive or in a negative direction. That is just a part of gamification.
I think there are lots of good words coming in the chat for you, Divesh.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. I think, guys, we have 2 more minutes. If you have any further questions, that would be great. We have Divesh with us.
Okay, I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to know where are my audience are from, which part of the world.
Oh yes, guys, please let us know from where did you join today. I think we generally do it in the start. Oh, Georgia.
Wow, Georgia. Hi, Jyoti Patil. Hi.
New Delhi.
Jabalpur, Yashraj, Mumbai.
Vizag, Mumbai, Chennai,
Okay.
Philippines,
Philippines, Nigeria,
Nigeria.
Egypt.
Oh,
Wow.
Egypt. Jalgaon.
Jalgaon. Wow. My hometown. Okay. Romania.
Romania, Indonesia, Pune. I think that's
Okay,
great.
very nice.
We very nice.
There are so many. I mean, it will be. It won't. It will take so much time to figure out where are these from. Where are all from the part of the world. So yeah, I think I have completed from my side, and I would love to let you know, guys, that if you need any kind of help on design or any kind of mentorship or something, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or ADPillis. I'm always there, and I would be happy to connect with you and help you out with the design.
Thank you so much for doing this with us today. And I think we all have learned a lot, and it was a very, crisp and to the point session. And you actually made it clear that it's not problem solving, right? It's not a short problem solving method, but
But
it
it is an
helps you.
enhancing.
Right, it's an enhancement. I think
Yes,
that was
exactly.
my learning from the session today. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
hope,
I will.
hope we'll do it again.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so
Cool.
much.
Thank you everyone for joining in. Follow ProApp, and we would be happy to have more such sessions in future. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.
Bye bye. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.